Every day we go through life, often ignoring the subtle whispers that the universe sends our way. These whispers, these signs, are not just random occurrences, they are messages that are meant to wake us up. You see, when we are not aligned with our inner truth, the universe finds ways to nudge us to get our attention. It's like the universe is constantly speaking to us, trying to guide us back to the path of our highest selves. But how often do we listen? How often do we pause, look around, and recognize that what we are experiencing is not just coincidence? Let me ask you this. Have you ever had a moment in your life where something so strange, so perfectly timed happened that it made you stop? Maybe it was a series of repeating numbers, an unexpected encounter with a stranger, or a dream so vivid that it felt more real than reality itself. These moments are not random, they are signs. The first message the universe sends often comes in small, almost unnoticeable ways. We might see repeated numbers, like 1111, or feel a strange pull toward certain people or places. These are the earliest signs of awakening. They happen when our soul begins to stir, when we are being called to remember who we truly are. But here's the thing, most people ignore these signs. They brush them off as mere coincidence, or they get so caught up in the hustle of everyday life that they miss the call entirely.
Click subscribe to this channel to get more profound spiritual lesson.
I want to challenge you. Think back to a time when you experienced something unusual, something that made you feel like the fabric of reality was bending. So maybe it was a feeling of déjà vu, or a strange synchronicity where everything aligned in a way that couldn't be explained. Were you paying attention? Did you feel a shift in your energy, a sense that something bigger than you was at play? You see, the universe's first message is often subtle, almost like a whisper in the background of your mind. But as you begin to awaken, as your consciousness expands, those whispers become louder. The signs become more frequent, and they start demanding your attention. It's as if the universe is saying, wake up. You're not just a body walking through life. You are a soul having a human experience, and it's time to remember. So, I ask you, are you open to the signs? Are you willing to listen when the universe speaks? As the universe speaks, it doesn't just send random signs. No, the messages are specific. They are tailored to you, to your journey, to your soul's growth. The universe knows you better than you know yourself. It knows your deepest desires, your fears, your wounds, and your potential. And when it sends you signs, it's not just trying to get your attention, it's trying to guide you toward your highest purpose. I think about the times in your life when things didn't go as planned. Maybe you lost a job or a relationship ended unexpectedly. In those moments, it's easy to feel like the universe is against you, like everything is falling apart. But what if those moments were actually signs? What if the universe was redirecting you, pushing you towards something greater? When we experience challenges, setbacks, or even heartbreak, it's often the universe's way of clearing the path. It's as if the universe is saying, this isn't for you anymore. It's time to let go. But letting go is hard, isn't it? It's uncomfortable. We cling to what we know, even when what we know no longer serves us. But here's the truth. The universe is always working in your favor. Even when it feels like everything is falling apart, it's actually falling into place. Every closed door, every detour, every painful experience is a part of your awakening. The universe is pushing you to grow, to expand, to rise above your limitations. Have you ever looked back on a difficult time in your life and realized that it was actually a blessing in disguise? That what you thought was the worst thing that could happen was actually the best thing? That's the universe at work. It knows what you need, even when you don't. It's always guiding you, always leading you toward your highest good. But here's the question. Are you resisting the signs? Are you holding on to something that the universe is trying to take away? What would happen if you surrendered? If you trusted that the universe knows better than you? Now, let's talk about synchronicity. You've probably heard the term before. It's when things happen in such a perfectly timed way that it feels like magic. But it's not magic, it's the universe communicating with you in a language that goes beyond words. Synchronicity is the universe's way of saying you're on the right path, keep going. Have you ever experienced a synchronicity that made you stop in your tracks? Maybe you were thinking about a friend you haven't spoken to in years, and then they suddenly call you. Or maybe you were facing a difficult decision, and out of nowhere, the perfect solution presents itself. These moments aren't coincidences. They are signs that you are aligned with the flow of the universe. When you start noticing synchronicities, it's a sign that you are awakening. It means that your energy is shifting, that you are moving into a higher state of consciousness. And the more you pay attention to these synchronicities, the more they will appear. It's like the universe is playing a game with you, dropping breadcrumbs along the path that guides you. But here's the thing, you have to be open to it. You have to be willing to see the signs, to follow the breadcrumbs, even when they don't make sense. Because sometimes the universe will guide you in ways that defy logic. It will take you down paths that you never expected, toward destinations you couldn't have imagined. Oh, how do you cultivate this awareness? How do you start noticing the signs that the universe is sending you? The answer is simple: be present. When you are fully present in the moment, you become more attuned to the subtle energies around you. You start to notice the way things align, the way people and events come into your life at just the right time. But this requires trust. Trust that the universe has your back. Trust that even when things aren't going according to plan, they are still going according to a greater plan. And trust that you are being guided every step of the way. So, let me ask you, are you paying attention to the synchronicities in your life? Are you following the breadcrumbs that the universe is leaving for you? And now, we've arrived at the ultimate message that the universe is trying to send you, the one that lies at the heart of every sign, synchronicity, and whisper you've ever received. So the message is this: you are the universe. Take a moment to really let that sink in. You're not just a small, separate being floating through the vastness of space, moving aimlessly through life. No, you are the universe, expressing itself in human form. The energy that flows through you, the atoms that make up your body, the cells that allow you to think, feel, and move, every single part of you is composed of the same energy that makes up the stars, the planets, and the galaxies. You are connected to everything. You are part of something vast, something infinite, something divine. Now, this isn't just a poetic or abstract idea. It's a profound truth that, once realized, can transform the way you see yourself and the world around you. When you awaken to the understanding that you are the universe experiencing itself, you begin to understand that the signs you're receiving aren't coming from outside of you, they're coming from within. The universe isn't something out there, separate from you. The universe is you. Everything you encounter, every message, every synchronicity is simply a reflection of the divine intelligence that is already within you. Let me ask you, have you ever had moments where you felt completely connected to everything around you? Maybe it was during a walk in nature when you felt a deep sense of peace and unity. Or perhaps during a quiet moment of meditation you felt like you were tapping into something far greater than yourself. These moments are glimpses of your true nature. They are reminders that the separation we often feel is only an illusion. In reality, there is no separation, there is only oneness. This is one of the most profound realizations of the spiritual awakening process. As you awaken, you begin to see that everything in your life, every experience, every challenge, every joy is a part of this grand cosmic dance. The universe is constantly moving, evolving, and expanding, and you are an integral part of that process. You are not a passive observer of life. You are a co-creator with the universe. And the more you align with this truth, the more you will feel the flow of life moving through you. But awakening to this truth is not something that happens overnight. It's not a single moment of realization, but rather a journey, a process that unfolds over time. Along the way, the universe will continue to send you signs to help guide you, to remind you of who you truly are. These signs are not random or coincidental. They are sacred messages from your higher self, calling you to rise, to evolve, and to step into your full potential. So, how do you begin to live in alignment with this truth? How do you start to embody the understanding that you are the universe in human form? First, it begins with awareness. You must become aware of the interconnectedness of all things. Start to notice the way life flows, the way events unfold, and the way people come into your life at just the right moment. Begin to see that the universe is not chaotic or random, but perfectly orchestrated. Everything has a purpose, and everything is connected. The more you cultivate this awareness, the more you will begin to see the signs and synchronicities that are guiding you. Second, cultivate trust. Trust that the universe is always working in your favor, even when things don't seem to be going the way you want them to. Trust that every challenge, every setback is happening for your growth and evolution. When you trust the process, you stop resisting life. You begin to flow with it. Once you begin to see that even the difficult moments are part of the divine plan. Third, take action. Awakening is not a passive process. It requires you to actively engage with life. The universe will send you signs, but it's up to you to follow them. It's up to you to take the steps toward your growth, to make the changes that your soul is calling for. You are a co-creator with the universe, and your actions matter. When you align your actions with the signs you receive, you become a powerful force for change in your own life and in the world around you. But perhaps the most important step in this process is to remember your power. Remember that you are not separate from the universe. You are the universe. You have within you the same creative force that gives birth to stars, that moves the tides, that causes flowers to bloom. When you truly understand this, you begin to see that there are no limits to what you can create in your life. You are not bound by the limitations of your mind, your circumstances, or your past. You are infinite. You are powerful beyond measure. And this is the ultimate message the universe is trying to send you. You are not small. You are not insignificant. You are not lost or broken. You are whole. You are divine. You are the universe itself, expressing itself in human form. And the more you awaken to this truth, the more you will begin to step into your power, to live from a place of deep connection, purpose, and love. So, I leave you with this question: are you ready to embrace the truth of who you are? Are you ready to step into the fullness of your being and awaken to the divine within you? The universe is speaking, and it's waiting for you to listen. Are you ready to answer the call?